Hello traders, you are really going to love today's video because I have one of our youngest members, Winston, doing a video. It doesn't matter if I know how to trade. What matters is that this is a systematic approach that can be learned and replicated. It matters that you can take this process and find success with it. Wait till you see what Winston has learned. He's doing this while he's still going to high school. And I'm going to be asking other members to share their experience as well so that you can see that this actually works.
Hello, I hope everyone is having a great day, and I want to talk about my journey as a trader and how I used the OneOption community and the software to increase my odds of success as a trader. I am 18 years old. I have been studying trading for around a year and a half now, and I've finally gone back to live this year. As a trader, it is our job to make money, and you want to increase your odds as much as possible to get the highest probability setups when you are trading. Early on in my journey, I did discover the real day trading community, and I was lucky enough to manage to skip all of the FOMO stages of buying into AMC or GameStop, and I knew I had to put in the work. So I found the highest quality resources, and that's where I discovered the OneOption community. And I've been using all of the free resources online that have been provided to me to increase my odds as a trader. And using the software, I'm able to use tools to get the best setups and read the market with the highest accuracy possible. And as we can see that when you're trading, you need good scanning, you need good charting, you need good indicators, and you need a good community. Overall, in this video, I'm going to talk about my setup on Option Stalker and certain tools I like to use to give me the highest probability of success when I'm making my trades, which then makes me some money. And I will go over some trades that I've found using Option Stalker and that made me some good money. Okay, so let's get right into this. All right, now that we are here, I want to get into the software and how I use it to help me in my trading journey. So first I want to go over my layout and what sort of things I got here to help me to trade, what kind of indicators I have set up, and how my charts are made. So as we can see here, I have my scanner on the left side, right? So these are a bunch of pre-made, very powerful scanners that are extremely helpful. So you can see we have the bearish section and the bullish section. I have 3 charts set up. I have my stock chart, right? And then the daily chart for that stock chart. And under that, I have the 5-minute for the S&P 500. For each chart, I do have the OneOp indicator on, which is the proprietary indicator with OneOption. Very, very powerful stuff here. I have it for the daily chart for the stock and the 5-minute. I have OneOSI, which is to detect relative strength in the stock against the overall market. I have that here on the daily chart also. Under that, I do have the volume. And then using OneOval, I can see when there is above average volume in the stock on the daily chart and the 5-minute to see if it is a proper move and it's not just a fake or a crappy move by the stock. I also have that down here on the M5 for SPY. I have the OneOp on SPY because it was fine-tuned for SPY, which is where it will be the most powerful. Right here, I do have a nice little market view going on. I have some pre-earning options. I have sector analysis going on, and I have the market view so I can see what is the market doing at this current time. We also got a calendar to see some news events that are upcoming or are happening to see what may be affecting the price of the market. To add charts in this fashion, having them side by side, you hold Control and click chart and you'll have them all like that, and then you could drag it and drop it anywhere around and you can have multiple charts on the same layout. I personally like it the way I have set up instead of having the extra daily chart for SPY like I used to have. So whenever I need an extra indicator or I want to see what the market is doing on the daily chart or something else that I may need an extra chart for, I do just click chart and pop another one open. This isn't like one that you could place there, but it's one that you could put on another screen. An extra layout as you will. For this, what I love to do is I love to use the LRSI indicator on my extra chart here to see if I should stay in the trade, exit the trade if the trend is strong. And we can see here, for example, a stock that was traded heavily today was Baba. And you can see that during its downtrend, it was under 20 the whole time. You know that the trend is strong right here. And once it pops up, maybe above 20 and maybe even above 80, it may be time to take profit and exit your trade. Next, I want to go through some of the scanners that I love to use. Some of my favorite scanners consist of red hot or ice cold for the bearish counterpart. It's very helpful to find stocks that are consistently relatively weak or strong against the market, to find trades that have been drifting lower all day. Like you can see mRNA here just slowly going down the whole way. Not really many huge pullbacks that we had here. You see it was pretty much ice cold the whole way down. Nice. I want to show you how powerful OneOp is and how you can use it to time your entries with stocks. This is a technique that I was actually shown from the OneOption community that has been extremely helpful for me. Right here, if you time your trades and your entries using the OneOp indicator, you will get the best entries possible. For example, you can see here, here's a bearish crop in a deep high. You can see it went really deep right over here and crossed downwards. And that was a great opportunity to enter some shorts. As you can see, it was pulling back right here and got a couple tiny wicks on top here and started drifting lower and lower with some bigger candles here and a bit of higher relative volume. So I want to go over one of the trades, the stocks that were traded today. We have HD, Home Depot. As you can see, it was a huge drop over here out of this compression down past all of the daily moving averages, the 50, the 100 and the 200 daily SMA. Bearish cross on the daily chart here. Breakout through compression, and you can see it also broke through these trend lines using the new automated trend lines feature. Two nice trend lines that were broken out very recently in one day. So here on the 5-minute chart, it was a bit choppy during the day, lots of pullbacks, but overall it did drop lower if you got in. If you entered over here, you need to wait a bit to make sure it's not a head fake over the daily moving average, which it was, so it went down again. If you just waited and trusted the market would pull it back down, you would have made some decent profit on the stock. It was fluctuating between relative strength and weakness throughout the day. Overall, it was a great setup on the daily chart, and I would have swung it if needed. Over here, you can see how powerful OneOp is by seeing when SPY turned green. You can see it was predicted by this predictive indicator right here. You can see it, the red cross over the blue dotted line, and right soon after, it did start going up a bit, and that would have been a great time to take some profits. Here I want to show you another example from a while ago, but I found it very impressive how OneOp predicted a huge drop in the market near the end of the day. More of my favorite candles consist of Pop Bear. You can see that HD did show up on Pop Bear. Boom, pop out of this. This new automated trendline feature is such a game changer, and it's pretty much like an institutional level tool given right to us. You can see all the past trend lines that were used. There's so many, but they have all provided great buying opportunities or selling opportunities for all sorts of stocks. And on top of that, we do get some new scanners such as Breakdown x2, which gives you great opportunities with these new trend lines to find some breakdowns in stocks. And you can see here it would have been a decent trade if you timed it with the OneOp over here, and on top of that, huge relative weakness and the building up of relative volume right here. I also love to use the custom search tool to set up custom searches and combine them with alerts to get alerted when stocks fit my criteria. One of my favorite setups to trade is compression breaks on top of moving average breaks. So I do have an alert set up for that. So I created a custom search. If you find certain things that you want, you can scan for that. Option liquidity, for example. You can find a list of stocks that you follow a certain criteria. You export these symbols to an alert that you created. And once that, you will get alerted whenever these stocks meet your criteria. So for example, here I scanned for a bunch of stocks in compression for the bearish side and bullish side, and then I created an alert to notify me when they break out. You can see I imported a couple stocks here a while back when they were in compression, such as Roku, which provided a great trading opportunity a couple days ago, last week. What I do also really love about OneOption is the chat room, because there's tons of people and they're doing amazing callouts and giving great commentary over certain stocks, and you're able to find great trading opportunities not only from the software but also from the community. I found some of my best trades from callouts, and I was able to reverse engineer them and find them using the custom search. Here's another trade that a bunch of people did make money on. Here was Net. You can see I drew a little box here. Breakout of compression, breakout through all of these trend lines. We got a high minus over here and another one over here. Breakout of this range right here. Breakout through all of these daily moving averages. You can see there was a nice rejection off of this daily SMA. Slowly grinded higher, strong against the market. And here was, these 2 days would have been provided great trading opportunities for Net here. And if we go back to February 14, you can see that this trade was a great swing from February 14 to 15, as long as it fit your thesis for an overnight trade. If you stayed above the trend line or above this trading range, you would have been able to swing it and made great money. I know some people made multiple dollars off their contracts here, including me. Overall, that was another trade that I used to find solely using OneOption. Another feature that I really like to do to find some time spread candidates or look through past earnings of a stock is to use e-reaction to find the reaction to certain stocks after earnings. So these are the past 3 earnings right here. You can see the estimate and the actual for these stocks, and it's pretty much a great way to find some candidates on top of using the pre-earn options section right here. I love these swing trade setups because all of my trades are based on the daily chart, and I try to swing all of my trades when possible if my trade is not in profit during intraday, which is why most of my searches are used on the swing section right here. We can see that this is another great candidate building up right here. For forward, break down through all of the daily moving averages, break down through this trend line, and a bearish cross on the one-op, bit of relative weakness also. We can check the daily of SPY, and we can see that we did have a great move down today. So if we check the 5-minute of SPY today, we can see that we did move down quite a bit. And if we get a little zoom out going on, we can see that we did have a gap down and a bit of a trend day today, which was very nice for some people to make some money. Overall, I do change up my layout a lot depending on what I want to do, or if there's a new chart or indicator I want to add into my playbook, but this is currently what I have set up right now. I also like to switch between Heikin Ashi and regular candles to see if a trend is strong to keep me in a trade, because I know in my journey one of my biggest issues was exiting trades when I shouldn't have and hold on to losers way too short, which is an extremely common problem. But using the LRSI and Heikin Ashi candles, that will definitely help you stay in the trade. So I do really recommend you guys. Let's look at some stocks here and see if we can get a great play. So we got AR here. Break down through all of these trend lines. Wow, that would have been a great move to catch on Friday right here. This could be another great potential short if the market continues lower. Although it is a bit choppy near the end of the day. With a bit choppy near the end of the day here, the daily chart does look great. All right, now we got CVX here. Break down through the daily moving averages, bounce retest of the 100-day moving average, and red candle through. And here we could get a great shorting opportunity if we manage to break down through this trend line, this low minus trend line, and this other trend line here. If we can get under that, that could be a great setup. Not only that, is if we get a rejection, that could also be a great setup if we do bounce off heavy off of these and we take off on high relative volume. Of course, this all matters what the market is doing, as we know, market first. So I 100% need to know what the market is doing, and if the market is bullish after a rejection, that could be a great long. But if the market is going down and the stock is tanking, that will be another opportunity to also. Some new searches that are extremely helpful is bearish SMA cross and the death cross. You can see right here the 50 moving average is crossing over the 200 moving average right here. For the bearish SMA cross, you can see when a stock is crossing to the downside daily moving average, which is one of my favorite setups to play. So usually I like to find stocks with a combination of multiple checkboxes. My favorite setup to search for I have right here. I basically look for RS, or relative weakness or relative strength against the market. So I must be trading in the direction of my stock, and the best way to time my entry with the stock is a one-up cross for SPY. So this stock is looking for compression and a breakthrough that compression to the downside or the upside, and combined with a breakthrough of one moving average or multiple moving averages on the daily chart. So compression, breakout, and the more of these checkboxes I can get aligned, the higher probability of success my trades will be, because I love to get the highest chance of success when trading, as I do not like to have a very low win rate. Although I am still trading in school, it is rough to manage my trades and I do miss out on many setups, but I like to take my time and be patient and let my trades play out by leaning on the daily chart. Okay, well, I hope that helped you guys learn how I use the software to help me, and how I use the OneOption community to learn, and what sort of things helped me along my journey, and how I overcame certain problems of holding stocks or not holding stocks long enough that are in profit, using LRSI and like Heikin Ashi candles. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day or night. Goodbye.